here for the first time, I want to say welcome to the platform. This is the Artist Journal. Top of the day, good afternoon and good evening. If you're here in Kenya for the first time, welcome. If you're here on the platform for the first time, welcome. Before we get into today's topic, please go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe for me. Today, I'm going to talk about the movie that's called Sinners. I'm going to do a little recap for those of you who went out and saw it. Let's have a little discussion. Stay tuned. Greetings, family. Back at you in the southern region of Kenya, the southern coastal region of Kenya. Today we want to talk about what causes our people to be in a deep spell. So just going over the movie Sinners, it took me back and reminded me of some things that me personally, I participated in as a young man coming up in the inner cities of America. The things that we deem fun, the things that we associate a good time with. As I look back at it, it was simply coping mechanisms. The ability to get away and not have to deal with the trauma that we had in our immediate families, the trauma that's still lingering from the civil rights movement, the trauma that's still lingering out of the plantations, the trauma that we found ourselves in 300 to 400 years ago with the mid-Atlantic slave trade. The trauma of being stripped of your land, of your language, and your culture. We look up in America and we no longer understand our indigenous languages, our indigenous cultures and traditions and our dance. I asked a brother one time when we was in a barbershop, I was like, man, as black people, what is our, what is our culture? What is our national dish? We ain't talking soul food. We're talking dishes that promote and enhance life and living. We're not talking about pork chops, chicken wing, macaroni and cheese. No, what is our, if you go to Ethiopia, right, you know that you're gonna get Ethiopian platter, correct, with some injera bread and some tibs, and you know what you're getting because that is the national dish. But when it comes to our people, we have been stripped of all of these things. We ask, what is our attire? What it is that we wear? We're not talking Gucci and Polo and Calvin Klein. No, what is our traditional clothes that we wear as a people? These are the things that we have been stripped of, family. So going back to the movie, it was called Sinners because Ryan Coogler was trying to showcase that almost every interaction, particularly social interactions, is centered around degeneracy. So family, as it pertains to the social aspect of things, I had to cut the camera off and start over. So we find ourselves in social settings and almost everything that we engage in is degenerate. And we look up I feel like these are things that are coping mechanisms that state or stem from way back in the Mid-Atlantic slave trade all the way up to now. So the movie Sinners is a depiction of black folks, descendants of Africans, being or waking up in a strange land, taking on strange traditions and customs. And we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to make our way back. And in the movie, Michael B. Jordan, he plays some twins that came up in the Prohibition era. For those of you who don't know what the Prohibition era is, it's the time back in the 40s and 50s where alcohol was being introduced at a massive scale, and also the government started to legalize. But prior to that, it was an underground type movement. So you had guys like Al Capone, Bugsy Siegel, a lot of mafia guys doing their thing as it pertained to the trade of alcohol and bank robberies, etc. They was coming up on a lot of money. So the twins served in the military, got out, got with the mafia, and then started to branch out on their own and do their own thing. So they went back home and got this dog right here. They went back home and tried to open up a jukebox place, a pub or a club where this dog won't leave me alone, man. Where they wanted to have a place for their friends and family to come and just have a good time. But in the build-up of the movie, they got in this place from a Ku Klux Klan member, a KKK member, a white supremacist guy that they didn't understand fully at the time that the environment that they purchased was an area that was used to inflict pain on black people. Let me say it like that. So, as the movie went on, they get in this place together. One of the brothers went to one of his old girlfriends, and she was practicing voodoo. And they always had like a relationship where they respected and loved each other. And she felt like he survived all that he'd been through because she blessed him. You know, she had made some elements that put together in a bag, and he wore it around his neck for all the years that he was gone. So that is some of the things that they practice in voodoo, which is an African practice. So Ryan Coogler, the producer of the movie, he understands some of our history, and he likes to interject, you know, things in his movie. This is the brother who made or helped make Wakanda, Fruitvale Station, Creed, the same young brother. So back to the movie, they get in the place together, and on this one fateful night, and mind you, family, they have a nephew that comes out of the church, and he has a voice on him, and he can play the guitar like nobody's business. So he doesn't even know the power that he has when he starts to perform, that he taps into realms of consciousness that the average musician can't. And what he has is the ability to bring people together and cause them to remember where it is that they come from. And in the movie, you guys will see all these things. So, again, Ryan Coogler is interjecting a lot of African traditions and customs in the movie. But simultaneously, while he's doing this, it's like we all know that black folks love to have a good time. But As we're having a good time, it's degenerate. You saw a wife come to the pub and she slept with the nephew, adultery. You had the betrayal of an old friend, set them up to get killed. Once again, betrayal. One of the things that it says in the Bible that God hates is a lying tongue and one who spread discord amongst the brethren. And in one particular scene, when you see the movie, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. So you had the corruption of certain people, the Europeans or the Ku Klux Klan in the area. You had the twins that came up off of robbing and thievery, theft. So the whole movie is centered around a degenerate existence, sinners. So also again in the movie you would see a scene where the pub is burning. It's just burning and burning. And they still having a good time. They still out and about, dancing, eating food. And it took me back to when Martin Luther King said he's afraid for his people, that he integrated them into a burning house. It's not a coincidence, family. So this burning house situation is a space and time where we are off. We are disintegrating into nothingness or into a state of negativity. And it's like, how can things blossom, get better for our people if we are functioning out of an anti-life space? My teacher once told me that every hour, every minute, every second of the day has to be life enhancing, life promoting situations that you see yourself in, right? All day, every day. Good conversations, good food, life enhancing food, relationships that's designed to help you get from point A to point B. Just frivolously jumping around from person to person, that is not fruitful. That is not life enhancing. That's degenerate. So there's always two ways to do things. One that's degenerate, and then the other is life enhancing, life enriching. You choose. And as a people, we have to choose. So this movie, Sinners, taps on a lot of different parts or segments in the African/Black experience in America. So it was a part in the movie where the movie went on for about 45 minutes to an hour, and then they started to introduce the vampires. So because of the nephew had the beautiful talent or gift of bringing people together through his musical talents, that's what griots do. They have the ability to tell a story and bring people together, right? To bring people together and also to connect the dots between past and present. And also music, depending on what frequency you perform on or are on, you have the ability to attract, or you will attract, negative spirits or spirits that's looking to thwart or throw off what it is that you're doing. So I look at this vampire as a social construct or a system that's designed to consume you, suck your blood, dry you up. It's like working a job 30, 40 years. You understand? And you're looking forward to your pension and your pension is gone. And you look up, you're an old man. And all you've done with your life is simply pay bills. and pay more bills. That's what a vampire does. It sucks the life force out of you. So you look the part of a human being, but you're literally like a zombie. Because the monotony of every day getting up, working a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-hour job a week, it sucks the energy out you, it sucks the blood out you. So the vampire aspect of this movie, I would say, is synonymous to a social construct. Sinners. Check out the movie, family, if you haven't yet. Ryan Coogler, if you ask me, he's an excellent filmmaker. He hits on a lot of different issues. If I'm not mistaken, he got his first start with the movie Fruitvale Station. He was only 19, 20, I think. So it's worth checking him out. Sinners, Michael B. Jordan, as we know, he's a great actor. He did a great job playing two different parts. Amazing movie. For those of you who haven't seen the movie yet, and you tuned in and I spoiled it for you, my apologies, but I wanted to do a reaction or my opinion of the movie. So, in order for us to thrive, family, as a people, instead of acting silly and sleeping around, drinking hard liquors, smoking cigarettes, acting crazy out in the streets, let's try to do the exact opposite. Instead of sleeping around, let's get with a person and have a wholesome relationship. Let's try to learn this person. Let's try to be there and assist and help the other person along the way. Let's share our life with one another. Instead of eating barbecue chicken wings and pork chops, let's try eating nice fruit salads, prachichi, avocado, bananas, mchicha, marhage, beans. You understand? Let's eat things that helps enhance and promote our life. Instead of wearing Polo and Gucci and Louis Vuitton, let's tap back into African Edenic cultural type clothing. A nice dashiki, a nice t-shirt with nice embroidery or African print. If we buy jewelry, forget David Yurman. Let's tap back into our jewelry. Art shop artisans, palm trees and silver. Go to our description, hit the link, and get you a beautiful piece of jewelry. Let's support and tap back into our own. Instead of listening to degenerate Negro this and Negro that, I'ma kill you, you'll be, and all this, let's listen to wholesome music. Put on some Bob Marley. You understand? Put on some Salif Keita. You understand? So that's all I wanted to do, family. Come in, chop it up with you guys, give a little review, reaction to the movie. I'm here on the beautiful beach of Diani, as you can see. We getting into it. You got a couple of brothers out here performing, doing their thing. Yeah. So, pray that you guys enjoyed the content. If you have, please go ahead and hit that like for me. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe for me. And also, again, please hit our store, our online store. It's called artshopartisans.etsy.com and also palmtreesandsilver.bigcartel.com. This is your brother Samal here for another episode. I'm tuning out. Just to tune back in.